Well now, it's pretty darn good. Me likey. Hot damn diggity. Oh, look at old Stubbs. Stubbs is loaded down. That's the Axis 700. You can get it at Lowe's, or at least you used to be able to. Okay, gang, so we got a couple of splitting axes. I've never used a splitting axe before, at least I don't think that I have. This is a Fiskars. It's the 36-inch, the big splitting axe, the large one. The only thing I've ever used is just regular axes. Most of the time they were chopping axes, you know, for chopping down a tree. And anyways, it's always been a pain in the ass. I want to try and get in a little bit better shape. A lot of people feel that way, and hopefully I can stick with it. So I want to try splitting my wood, and I figured I would go ahead and do a test of the Fiskars and the Husqvarna. I'm sorry, the Husky from Home Depot. You see those two? Up first, we'll do the Husky. So I'm no Thorin Bradley, but we're gonna see. Well, it's already starting to split open. Cool. Wow, that's so much better than a regular axe. I think it's probably, oh yeah. So this wood is black cherry. Dang, this is pretty easy. I'm trying to control my breathing so that you guys don't hear me just panting. Well now, it's pretty darn good. Hot damn diggity. Well, initial thoughts. It's a little heavy, but I mean, hell, it's easier to work with than any axe that I've ever used, any regular axe, because it doesn't really get stuck very bad. I don't have to swing it nearly as hard. I've chopped black cherry before. Black cherry is not really known to be hard to split or anything like that, but it's way easier with this thing. So what I can tell you is I could feel it whenever it started to hit these cheeks. I could feel it, and it was a little bit jarring, but overall I didn't feel like it was bad at all. I didn't feel like there was a whole lot of vibrations or really any such thing. You know, it's my first time ever using something like this, and for $45 at Home Depot, I'm happy with my purchase. I'm sure I'll have that for, I don't know, probably years. Next up here, this piece is cut a little bit wonky, so that might cause some issues, but I don't know, we'll just go for it. This is the Fiskars, and so we'll see if it's any different. That was very different. You know what? This may not be a fair comparison because this is probably the very bottom of the tree. You know? Oh, oops. But it did still get right through it. Oh, there's a knot right in the middle. Look at that. That's probably why it was so hard to get through. All right, let's just keep going with it. All right. Oh yeah, that's a lot smoother. That's a considerably smoother. that knot. Me likey. That's a nice chunk right there. And it's widest, I'd say it's 16 inches, which is a lot. Most people overestimate everything. That's probably an actual 16 inches. If I would have been able to hit my mark, probably would have got through it already. But I'm new to this game. See that? Seriously, I am not used to this. Look at that. That's why it was giving me a hard time. Look at that shit. Yeah. Fiskers, baby. I can see why this is so highly rated. All right. Okay. Impressed me. All right, we're gonna give the Husky another shot. We got a smaller round here. It's nice and clean. You know, there shouldn't be any knots in it. Yeah, there wasn't no knots in it. What? It's nice and clean. Yeah, all I want to do is keep using the Fiskers. See, it just kept going. Got the old heart pumping. It's nice. Well, I chopped the whole load. Stubby's empty. Definitely made half of a tote. These are the big totes too. They're like 330 gallons, I think. But anyways, so what's the verdict? My verdict is simple. The Husky's fine for $45. You know, whatever. If you have it, it will split wood. And it'll split wood pretty well, because like I said, I'm used to just using a regular axe, and it just, even an axe that's, you know, the old-timey axe that has fatter cheeks ain't nearly as good as even this. So, I mean, I like the looks of an old vintage axe and everything, but I mean, if you're splitting wood, get a splitter. You know, I mean, it's my first time with this stuff, and yeah, it works good. But it does feel like notchy whenever I'm chopping. I can feel those big cheeks hitting. I can feel them hitting. And it's just, you know, it's just a little notchy. I freaking love it. So there's your difference between $45 and $70. Straight up, if you have the ability to afford the $70 axe, get the $70 splitting axe by Fiskars. It is lighter, yet it does more damage. And it's much smoother. I can't feel those cheeks going through. It's very smooth. And I've heard all of the talk about the vibration in the handle because it's hollow and it's, I don't know, some sort of composite. I didn't notice it. I mean, to me, it vibrates less than one of those axes I've been swinging because I have to swing them so damn hard. Like this, I mean, honestly, I was able to get done twice as much work with 2/3 the effort, all right? Twice as much work and 2/3 the effort of this thing. Whenever you talk about an axe, 6 times as much work, you know, like a regular axe, you know, I mean, I've got some good ones with cheeks and everything that was sharpened up nice. Steve did a really good job and he sharpened some up for me, made them really smooth. That is where the money's at. The old stuff is cool, but this stuff this works. I mean, I would love to feel one of the really nice, like Grand Furs, Brooks, or whatever, Burks, or any of those with the nice wooden handle. I bet you it'd be awesome, you know? But as it is, I'm happy. Ignorance is bliss. This thing is awesome. I freaking love it. I split the whole load and I kept trying to like this. And like I said, it's fine. It's splitting wood. It's, you know, who cares? It's splitting wood. It's fine. I ain't got nothing bad to say about it. It's cheap. It's easy to find, you know, whatever. But I just kept going back to this, you know. I probably split 2/3 with this axe and only 1/3 with this one because I didn't want to use it. I had this. So, freaking great. Yeah. Highly recommended. And that's from a guy that doesn't know a damn thing about axes. But I like it a lot. And yeah, if I could do that, you know, heck, I mean, that's a big load for my first day ever doing it. The hardest part is constantly having to bend over and pick up shit. So like if I was doing this with a helper, or maybe I'll get one of those, you know, rubber straps to go around it so that I can hit it and split it and split it and split it and split it and then throw it all in, you know, but yeah, the hardest part is constantly bending over. But I mean, this brought me more enjoyment with splitting wood than I have ever had. Aside from a good, like an actual log splitter. The first time I used a log splitter, that was awesome. But you know, I've just always done it with inferior equipment, and finally I got something decent, and it's not that big of a deal. Who knew? The right tool for the right job? What?